I recently was tasked with a public Google Cloud Kubernetes cluster, and the first thing I had to do was make the internal services talk to the internet through a static IP so it can be whitelisted by a third party service. I migrated the cluster to send traffic through Google Cloud NAT and got the NAT IP whitelisted. This video runs through the what, why, and how of the process. Network address transition, or NAT as it is abbreviated as, is a way to map multiple local private addresses to a public one before transmitting the information. Since the stack is on GCP, we will use Google Cloud NAT. Cloud NAT lets cloud resources without external IP addresses create outbound connections to the internet. The caveat here is our public GCP cluster already has external addresses as all nodes are public. To overcome this, we will use masquerading. IP masquerading is a process where one computer acts as an IP gateway for a network. Google Kubernetes uses IP table rules and IP mask agent daemon sets to change the source IP address of packets sent from pod. I will patch the daemon set in Google Kubernetes to rewrite the IP table rules in all the nodes so I can masquerade the outbound traffic. The IP table configuration will be updated in the config map, which is mounted on the IP mask agent running on each node as a daemon set of course. What we will do will prevent SNAT of the pod's outbound traffic, that is node's external IP address, and retain its internal IP address, so the connection will egress out of the cloud NAT gateway's external IP address once it's in place. Before applying the patches to the Kubernetes IP mask agent deployment, we will create the Google Cloud NAT configuration and associate this NAT with the VPC in which our Kubernetes cluster is. I will choose a name, then choose a VPC which will be the one in which our Kubernetes cluster is. Same thing applies for region. We'll create a cloud router so the traffic can go through the NAT. Then we'll create a static IP for the NAT to use. Once all options are in place, we'll get a cloud NAT instance and an external IP associated with it. At this stage, we can note down the IP address as this is what will get whitelisted. By the end of it, when we query what IP the pods are using to interact with Interact, this should be this IP. To ensure what we do works, we'll check the external IP that the Kube pods are currently using. To do this, I just created an Ubuntu pod and checked the IP through curl to IP info. Currently, the IP is different to the one that our NAT uses. Now, we will create the config map in the Kube system namespace for the IP mask. In some cases, it may exist like mine. Then we will apply our patch for the IP mask agent. Finally, to ensure we have achieved what we set out to do, we'll again check the external IP which the pod is now using to connect to the internet and match it with NAT's IP. We'll do the same as before, log into an Ubuntu pod running in the cluster and check the IP by querying the IP info endpoint. I just had to install curl since upon restarts the installs get lost. Once it's installed, I'll query the IP info endpoint. As you can see on the screen, it's the same as our NAS external IP. This will get our services running in Kubernetes through the third-party firewalls after whitelisting.